First of all, let me just introduce. It's myself, the Super Dwa, in the building. It's man like Octavio, in the building.
Octavio, people.
Octavio. Why do I always get it wrong every week, man?
Because everyone always calls it Octavio, bro. Do you know what? It's them cars, isn't it? That's how they know that name from. They know that name from that car. That's what it is. That's what it is.
You know, I've saying to myself for weeks, you know. Where have I heard that name before?
No, bro. Octavia is the feminine. Octavio is the masculine.
Say no more.
There you go. You see me with it.
Say no more.
Yeah.
So today, people, I thought, you know what? We've neglected the 90s still. We've had Sean Powell's on the show so far. We've had Razor on the show so far. All them man there, MCs and DJs and shit from the 90s. So I thought, you know what? Real talk, bro. We need to reflect on our past.
Yo, salute to them though, man.
Salute.
Sean Powell's and Razor.
Sean Powell's and Razor.
That was an amazing show. You lot go and check that out, man. You lot go and check that out, man. Please.
Trust me, man. People.
Seriously, it was a great show.
That's what I'm saying. This must be episode 5, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, people. We've just rushed into the studio and just come and got everything set up. Yeah, because the Razors are next for 4th. Yeah, this is 5th. This is 5th.
Right, you know?
So, I'm going to start reflecting now because the 5th episode is the 5th element. So, here's what I'm going to do for you people. We're going to do some reminiscing today.
All right, let's go.
Bro, I want you to tell me, who remembers being 12 to 15 years old, walking into a big boy rave?
I don't remember that.
Wow.
I'll tell you why. I'd
have snuck out. I would even snuck out the house.
I'll tell you why, bro. What do you call it? 12, 15?
Yeah.
12, 15. I arrived in Portugal around like 11 or something like that. And then from Africa, and then do your thing, bro. And then what was it? I was in Portugal for like 3 years, and I came to this country, couldn't speak a word of English.
Damn, for how long?
How
many years did it take to learn the English like properly, like how you are now?
Nah, bro, I'm not even great at it. But what do you call it? It took a bit, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It took a while, you know. But the figure is what it was. I got when I got here, like I only knew yes and no.
Yes, my bro. Exactly.
So you get me, like. But the thing is, the way I was raised, like clubbing,
out of the question.
No, bro. Like my parents.
That's what I think it is with you, bro.
My parents were strict. When I say strict, like African parents, yeah.
Say no more.
Remember that, yeah. So African parents raised in Africa, you know, they don't tolerate.
There's not gonna be no two ways about it,
none of that. Simple. Clubbing.
Yeah, go upstairs to your room and tidy it up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
that's then it. You go to sleep.
That's it. And plus the religious background to it. You know, man was born a Catholic. No. But the only thing is, my mother converted to. My father converted to Christianity through my mother.
The power of the woman, you know.
You understand? So through my mother, because my father was an atheist, yeah. Yes, before that, and then he was born a Catholic,
yeah.
But
changed back to atheist.
But he never really followed. You get me, like,
come on, bro.
Plus with the army
most
and
of the man,
that.
a minute, yeah. Come on, man.
So after that, basically all that happened was my mother, my mother just. She was being patient with him. Yes, all the time. She kept trying to ask him to come to church and all of that. And he used to say to her, no, you go. It's so good. But eventually, it paid off. My dad did convert. He had that experience where he felt God.
Praise
and it
whatever
changed.
God.
And I mean, rest in peace to my father. He passed away in 2019.
Oh, man.
9th of December. So my mother...
Rest easy to the God,
and
man.
I'll show you the picture after. When
Please
my dad,
do, brother. Please
when my
do.
father passed away, he had... because we prayed the rosary, right?
Yes.
And he died like this with the rosary in his hand. I'll show you the picture. After, bro. But
that's what it is.
So what I'm saying is, my parents were deeply like it's like.
That's why you're so deep in it. I know now.
Yeah. I don't.
That's good insight.
Listen. But the thing is, my brother don't. He's not like me. Yeah, he's different from me.
So he's like the opposite to you.
Yeah, the opposite.
So he's more road kind of thing.
No, he's not that.
Or you like strict?
No, it's far from road. No, it's far from road. What it is with him is his how to say he does the whole religion thing with him don't resonate.
It's not for everyone.
You get me? Don't resonate with him.
It's not for everybody.
But the thing, that's what I'm trying to say. We came from two households, but one, it resonates more with one than it does with the other.
Facts.
But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that's that's like, my parents were not just like normal believers.
Yes, I get what you're saying,
it's like, you know, you can grow up
fully
you can grow up in a certain
all
household.
my grandparents were like that.
Yeah,
Both sides of my
exactly.
family.
That's what I'm trying to say. My parents really believed in it. Like,
bro, my grandma's still a Jehovah's Witness. She's been a Jehovah's Witness all her life. It was
serious. It was not a joke thing.
She was like 8 or 9 or something. Her mum introduced her.
Like even the decisions that they make is based upon
what the God of that
religion
would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I get it, bro. You know what? What you viewers don't understand is me and Octavio has been going back and forth before this show started, back and forth for a whole year.
Yeah. But you've been on my
in
Facebook
group
for longer than that, bro.
Imagine I was on his Facebook for longer. We ain't never met, you know. But as soon as we came to the show, it was I wouldn't say Clash of the Titans. I would say it was the clash of information, because his information wasn't mine. Mine wasn't his. Yeah. But when we come together, do you know? I always had a feeling that it was because of something that he was so deep into it. And I'll tell you how I can convert that into my discussion about music now, my brother. First of all, rest easy to your pup, bro. Get me?
Appreciate that, my brother.
I never. At least I can say this on air, and I can say it without any sour feelings.
Yeah.
At least you had that relationship, bro. At least you could actually talk to him, sit down, do all that shit. Trust me, those things are important. That's what's made you a stable man now. Facts, bro.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Bro, I'm talking to you as a brother right now.
No, yeah. No, that's facts.
That's what made you who you are now.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's why you're so strong. Me and this man's been battling in my WhatsApp group. I've got a WhatsApp group about Amun Ra. This man has not cowered down. He's taken on 5 people at a time.
Yeah, that's
firing questions at him. And the people that I mess with, they're not dummies.
They're grimy though.
Yeah, so bro, they're road guys, isn't it? So, but they've made the information.
None of the intelligent brothers.
Absolutely,
man. They're intelligent brothers.
So when we come together, you gotta understand, this is the only Catholic in the whole group of 200 people, and he's taking. We're up from 5 a.m. every day.
Yeah, but the thing is, to battle me,
bro. I see where that's
to battle me, you gotta be strong though.
This guy, bro. So, and you know what? And now I cross that to the music, right? Watch this.
Yeah.
Music made me strong, bro. When I was growing up in the hood, bruv, not even just being in Bridge, just being in the hood, just being in London at that time, music, brother, it almost kept me sane, bro.
What was it about it?
It was like, all right, I'm gonna take you there with me.
Yeah.
Imagine, we waited all month for the rave. We're all of 13, 14 years old, you know, but our brethrens are the DJs and that. And at that time, the rules ain't so stringent.
Yeah.
Kids could go out and rave and do whatever, you understand? So, imagine, man, you're walking into a rave, right? And remember, them time there, Jodeci is the main thing doing it. Yeah, Jodeci was the group of all groups.
Hold on, did you say Jodeci?
Jodeci! It's been an hour since you've been gone. You see when you walk in a rave, right?
Jodeci,
my brother. Jodeci.
That's an R&B group, though.
Yes, I know. But bad boys were into R&B back in them days there. They won't tell you that nowadays. I'm going to say this straight on air, yeah? A lot of girls got smashed to Jodeci. Let me tell you what was different now compared to back in the day. Because I'm from that era, yeah? So I've given away my age now completely. I was trying to hide it on air, and I'm like, fucking hell. But don't look so bad for that age.
No, you said it best times already, bro.
Brother. We used to listen to tune while walking girls back in the day.
Yeah, we need to address the age thing as well. No, because bare man feels some type of way or something, like as if it's
because they're being told
as if there's something wrong with
being over a certain
old or being of a certain age.
Let me tell you something, people. I am 40 odd years of age. I have a 20-year-old son and an 8-year-old son, and I was raised in Stonebridge in the 80s and 90s. I was born in the 70s, raised in Stonebridge in the 80s and 90s.
No, that would be a great topic, though.
Oh,
man. Bare man try
to...
It's like... Because what kind of...
If you look fucked up and mash up when you're old,
yeah,
it's different. Yeah. But people like us...
Yeah, we good.
We're like fine wine, you know? Just get better with time. It's like a Mustang that's from the 60s. It's like a 1969 Mustang. It ain't shit until it gets up around 40, 50 mile an hour. Maybe even 70, 80. That's when it really starts to shine. So you see, when I'm all of 12, 13, 14 years old, I'm going in a rave now. I'm going to look a girl to dance with. You got me.
Bro, listen. I still listen to that type of R&B, bro.
You know how much pussy I got to this shit, bro?
Anyways,
do you know how much pum?
This guy.
Got a skin out to these tunes, bro.
This guy.
I ain't done yet. I got a bag of tunes to go through. I ain't touched the H-Town yet.
Listen, guys, yeah.
I don't touch the H-Town.
See that type of
Chronicles
talk,
yet.
See that type of talk, yeah. I don't tolerate that. But that's my brother, yeah. So he has to be himself. You get me? But me, nah. I first got introduced to like music, period. Like, cause I grew up with like listening to Kizomba music, which is African music, yeah.
Let's talk.
Angolan, like my Angolans, you already
Shout
know.
to Angola.
Kizomba,
Shout to Sierra Leone.
Yeah. If you know about Kizomba, yeah, you know about Kizomba, yeah. So
shout to Nwa.
I'm from Kashitu, so you know what I mean. Man grew up with people like Bonga and all of that type of stuff. My mom used to listen to that all the time. But
that's that very drummy type of boom.
Nah. He was like,
I love that shit, bro.
He was like a realist. Like he was like a realist. Like he would talk about just like the issues that's happening.
So basically, the Angolan Monte Killer.
If you,
hey yo, yell out!
No, but hold on.
Hey yo, yell out!
But man, they kept it respectful.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
The thing is, it's like I fell in love with rap when rap music when I went to Portugal. I heard rap music for the first time ever when I arrived in Portugal, right? And I forgot the name of the group.
I never thought they even fucked with hip hop like that heavy at that time.
I forgot the name of the group, but I remember I fell in love with it so much that what I did was I memorized the lyrics. I went as far as memorized. Remember, I wasn't allowed Walkman.
Yes, my bro.
You know, back then they had the Walkman and
they
had the tapes and all of that. I wasn't allowed any of that.
TDK tapes, out to the TDK taping crew.
So when I came, that was the only song I ever knew because like I just grew up strict to it. So when I arrived in this country, it was like the first album I was introduced to was Shaheem and Shaheem the Lost Generation and Tupac All Lies With Me. That was the first two albums I was introduced to, and I think I arrived.
Can I ask you about a track?
It's like 1997.
I'm gonna test him now, because he said Tupac. I'm gonna test him now.
Yeah. Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time.
I want to test to see if you know one name of one track off that album.
Yeah.
I was raised a little young nigga doing bad shit. Talk much shit because I never had shit.
What was the name?
But if I die, I wonder if heaven gotta get up.
Yeah. I wonder if yeah. But that album
Hold on.
That album came.
That's real hip hop, bro.
But hold on, did that album come before?
He didn't make that music for any Joe Smo.
No. When was it released?
That was for the survivors and the riders. That had to be early 90s. You're talking about Ready to Die a year after that.
Are you still?
You're talking about Ready to Die album a year after that. So that would have been what? 92.
Hold on.
93.
The first one was
latest 94, 95.
It was what was it called?
I'm actually gonna play that tune.
Hold on a sec. The first one was called the first album.
See, I
forgot. I'm forgetting the albums because I know it was Me Against the World and All Eyes on Me, then Machiavelli. But before that, it was Strictly For My Niggas. Strictly For My Niggas that came before Me Against the World. Was it Strictly For My Niggas? Yeah, I think it was Strictly For My Niggas. And then there was before that, there was another one. Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I had so much tune, bro. Because we were heavily into radio back then. So I didn't. You didn't need to fuck with albums. Because we have man like Westwood, for example. Shout out to Westwood, you know.
Shout out to
that guy
Westwood,
there.
yeah.
I wouldn't have known about certain man if it weren't for Westwood.
Yo. I used to collect like.
Yeah, I used to tape all of his shit. All that. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah.
Come on, bro. You remember the two buttons holding it down? Pressing pause in between the adverts. Oh shit,
bro.
So it can sound like a real like mixtape. Stop playing with me, man.
Yeah.
Stop playing with me.
Yeah, I know what you say still. But I used to collect their CDs, man.
Listen, man, Tupac helped me to live, bro. When you're just surrounded by blocks and killers and murderers, your life is different, man.
Yeah.
Your life is different, bruv.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I think the speaker's gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, Tupac helped a lot of men deal with a lot of stress and a lot of problems.
Absolutely, my brother.
You know what I'm saying? He was that hope. You get me?
Well, there you go.
He talked gritty, but at the same time, he had life in his music.
He had a message of light in his music.
He had a message
specifically
of life in his music
for young sufferers, and you didn't have to be niggas.
Because a lot of men, they don't want to admit this, even though they do the road thing. They got a good heart, and they don't really, You get me? They'll get to that point easily, but they don't really. You know what I mean? They really want good things for the man them out there, for the people and for the community and all of that, bro.
Let me tell you something, bro. I've lived with gangsters. And let me tell you something. You see a gangster man? Gangster man, take off his shoes at the end of the night, same way. Put his feet up, roll his spliff, tickle him if you tickle him, he laugh. Talk to his kids, same way. Bun spliff. Gangsters don't sleep like this. Gangsters sleep like this. You're a fucking human being, big man. Don't matter how much you like to do what you're doing, putting your murder game down, robbing man, whatever you're doing, boxing up gal. Because certain man thinks it's gangster to box up a gal. No, I don't think that's gangster at all.
Listen, guys.
I think you're a weak ass nigga for doing that shit.
Listen, guys, I don't rate that gangster lifestyle, yeah? I had a period in my life where I did certain things I shouldn't have done, yeah?
Me too, bro.
But the thing is, I don't rate that gangster lifestyle. I don't think it's productive for the community.
Nope.
I think it needs to stop. I think we need a better way, yeah? Sure. And I don't like it being glamorized, and I think we need to change. You know what I mean? Like we had that moment, and now things need to change for the better, especially for the young generation coming up, man.
Yeah, but the worst type of gangster is a wannabe gangster, and the world is full of those nowadays.
Why'd you say that though?
I'll tell you why. Because see, back in the day, you didn't need the most expensive car or the most expensive clothes to be feared. People just knew who you were. It was that Debo type of character from Friday. It was about what man you were just capable of doing. Yeah, bro. If you're gonna fuck with him, you better can swing, or you better have a bulletproof vest or stab-proof vest. Because that nigga there is known for chinging, man. Straight. And that was certain man's uncle and that back in the day. I've had man put their hand in my letterbox that I'm cool with now. And I'm not gonna say no names. I've had man put, and we know who we're talking about. And them man are from Bridge, and I'm from Bridge, from my own set, from my block. Because they thought I thief their guns, innit? Their uncle them's guns. That's how busy was, bro. And big man will have a little youth put their hand in your letterbox, fam.
Business changed a bit, though.
What? Changed?
No.
The only thing that's changed about all these council estates is they knock down the flats.
That's it. Yeah,
you get me? So now everything's on one level. When it's like this, let me tell you something. When it's like that, and joined and conjoined like that, I can run from here and here. The police can't find me. But when they put everything at one level, you ain't gonna run nowhere. So now when you go to look at the neighborhoods nowadays, you'll notice that everything's all bunched up and squashed together. You know, my kid's grandma lives in a place called Church Road, Northwest 10. And it's the flats look exactly the same to Stonebridge. They look, when you go to Hackney, it's the same. They're making it's like a LA out here now. All the flats look all the same, but all the sets are different. I'm from this set. I'm a blood set.
Have things got worse or better?
And I'll tell you why. And I'll bring it back to the music as well. But I'll talk about this. Cool. How did it go from I'm so high, you so high? I be getting money till the day. How did it get from that to told you I spin a man quick, just like man Nessin. No, lick down, man. How did it get from that to that? This is what I was saying to you on the last episode, brother. The system is controlled because Tupac and Biggie, their murder cases have still never been solved. How the fuck do you get killed on a busy boxing night on Las Vegas Strip and no one don't know shit? How the fuck? Did Tupac even have a funeral? Pause.
Well, America had presidents.
Because Biggie had a funeral. Hold on. Did Tupac have a funeral?
America had presidents whose murders still haven't been solved. What I'm saying is...
On camera, fam!
On camera, bro.
Now look at the genre of music at the time. At that time, it was Public Enemy. Fight the power! Yeah. Fight the power!
Not anymore, though.
It went from fight the power to lick my lollipop.
Yep. And now drill music.
I don't want no hassle. When we are sell back in the day, brethren. Even up till now. You think man's doing it for what these little dickheads are doing it for nowadays? This is what I'm saying to Octavio. Man is doing it nowadays so they can fly out 3-4 times in a month. Remember, the boy I'm watching you now. 2 man's going showroom with 10 bags cash to go and cop whips. 10 bags cash. So now the man's saying to you in the showroom, because if you go in there with 999, you can buy any car you want. You go in there with 10 bags and up, now you got to sign this agreement, this waiver, because this is a lot of money. So now the law are watching your spending. They can watch your spending. When you buy an Oyster card, do you get a receipt? When you buy one of these, do you get a receipt? Anywhere where you leave that, it's called a carbon footprint.
Yeah, that's true.
Wherever you spend and tap your card, whatever. Because let me just say this: there'll be no cash in less than 2 years.
But bro, Tupac was wrong for that.
For what?
Hold on. Actually, let me rephrase my words. Yeah.
I
Tupac was talking about the struggle.
Yes.
That he encountered in certain ghettos, in certain areas,
Factual.
in where what he's seen. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But morally speaking, yes, it was messed up.
Yes.
But my problem with what he's saying is the taking of accountability away from the people and just blaming it on a higher power. Yes, a higher power plays a big part in influencing a certain environment. Mm-hmm. But in the way I see things as a Christian, I'll tell you straight up, it's your fault if you indulged in it. I don't care how you feel.
You've got no choice to enjoy.
Hold on a second. No. Human beings always have a choice.
For real?
Yeah, I reckon
Did the slaves have a choice?
I reckon you always have a choice, yeah?
Did the slaves have a choice?
Sorry?
Did the African slaves have a choice?
No, they were captured against their will. Do you see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is,
by the same people who own the system now.
If you went up there and you sold whatever you sold, yeah,
then that part's on you. I get it.
That's on you.
If you hold that packet in your pocket, that's on you.
Listen.
But what if it's that or eat?
Hold on a second. If you're being captured in a war, yeah, if you're being captured against your will, then of course you don't have a choice. But I'm not saying that the higher power doesn't play a part in influencing the environment.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying is,
go ahead,
is that people that choose to engage in that are also at fault because they know better. Yeah. But the thing is, if you did it for whatever reasons you did it, yeah, because let's be honest, bro. You don't need 5 cars. Yeah,
that's facts.
You don't need Jordans. You don't need.
That's
hold on, no, bro.
I like my
you don't need the latest this.
Right now.
You don't need the latest that. You don't need it. Yeah,
you don't need it.
You don't need to eat steak every day.
That's right.
You don't need to eat whatever. But the thing is, the problem is with today's way of thinking is you need that.
All right, pause. Yeah? Hold on. Let me add to that. So what Octavio's missing out on, or may not even realize, because this is not a firing back and forth thing, is that in the 60s and 70s, they deliberately put black people to live in certain conditions, brother.
Yeah.
And left themselves to live. When you go to Bondi Beach nowadays in Australia, you got all the Europeans living in these high-rise, nice buildings.
Yeah.
And then when you go into the suburbs, you got the Aborigines living like dogs. That trend runs throughout Europe. So wherever you find the African, you'll always find Africans. If they're not a professional and they have to go into the white world, in the European world, I'm not going to say white no more, in the European world to make money, what you'll find is that the European will only accept a certain type of branded nigger. Kanye West tells you.
Bro, be careful though.
Yeah? Kanye says there's 2 types of rich niggas. There's a rich nigga that go in the store and then buy anything he want.
Yeah.
And Kanye says, damn, you niggas like all the same things. So people think Kanye's mad, but he's got to understand it. But what I'm trying to say is this, to end the point, is that the system, Stonebridge, Harsden, Church Road, Brixton, Lewisham, Camberwell, Bow, Hackney, all those areas with bricks for buildings are owned by certain people. So let's say the councilman owns it. The mayor is usually a white boy or a white woman. Yeah? I'm just going to say it straight out. If it is a black mayor, he ain't in there for long. He's been there about 2-3 years and he's out the door. Yeah? So when you go higher than the mayor now, you're going into the public sector. This is where the law differs now. Because you have criminal law and you have civil law. Civil law is just spat out chewing gum, here's your fine. Criminal law is you spat the chewing gum out, but someone died because of it. So now you have to go and do time. So they fuck with the law, and every single facet of this system is owned by the parliament. When you look at House of Parliament, there's probably about 1% of niggas in there. And they're not the everyday me and him type of nigga. They're not the everyday busy type of nigga. They're not from Church Road, not from Brixton. They're that. I'm not saying that if you talk like this, that you can't be from Stonebridge. Because I can talk like this, clearly. But my point is, Mr. Prime Minister, is that there's no other colour in here. When you look at the picture of Houses of Parliament, it's not that diverse. It's really just for Europeans, is my point. So what I'm saying is the estates that are built with somebody's money. It comes from tax, and the tax is taken via a certain process. And the people who take the tax are called the prime ministers, the MPs. Those are the people that build council estates. So, because niggas didn't build Stonebridge, niggas didn't build Brixton and Bow and all these estates. If you go to East London, or like Thamesmead or somewhere, go to Thamesmead. The whole of the borough is an estate.
But bro, it's their country though.
That's a good one there. It's his country.
It's their country.
Whose?
You know who?
This country.
It's white people's country.
Okay, see. And
hold on. Before we even go into that, yeah? Before we even go into that, yeah?
Go on, Baba,
before we get, because we need to get back to the music. Before we even get into that,
this is to do with the music. The politics is to do with the music.
What you're forgetting one important factor.
Go ahead.
I wasn't born and raised in England.
That's my point, B. That's what I'm saying.
No. What I'm saying to you is this shit, because I was alluding to people being over materialistic, and they want to indulge in things that they blatantly know it's wrong, and it's wrong not just for them but also
selling
for the
coke gets you a lot of money quickly.
But hold on a second.
Simple.
Exactly.
Simple.
Exactly. And I can see the temptation for any person.
But look at Jay-Z.
Yeah, but hold on. I was, like I said, I was born and raised in Africa. No, bro.
You didn't still know about that.
Hold on. No.
It's not as much.
Bro, I've seen people live in extreme poverty. Yeah? I grew up with children that ate from garbage bins.
Yeah, that's no bullshit.
Yeah?
That's no bullshit.
They wasn't committing crime, bro.
I hear you.
They wasn't committing crime, bro. So what I'm saying is this excuse of, you know what?
Yeah, but
it's because we broke.
Right,
it's because we live in this state. It's because hold on a second. Let me just finish this bit. Yeah. Let's not forget. You lot have free healthcare. You lot have free schooling. You've got free everything. Yeah. What I'm saying is, you see in Angola, bro. Yeah.
Those things are
okay. Listen.
It's like with most of
Okay. I went to a school riddled with bullets, bro.
Why is that like
hold on a second. There was no doors. There was no windows. Yeah. You had to sit on you had to grab like a stone or bring a chair from your own yard in order for you to sit in.
Deep.
Yeah. You understand? That's the school I went to. Yeah. And no one in there was thinking about crime. Or I need to commit crime because of this and because of that. Because they still understood that was wrong. So what I'm basically saying is to me, it's an excuse. Yeah? To me, it's an excuse.
That's a ridiculous thing to say, bro.
Hold on a second. To me, it's an excuse that people use in order to commit crime, in order to get fast money. Because you know what? They fell in love with materialism.
No.
Hold on a second. Wait, let me finish. Go ahead. They fell in love with materialism, and no one can tell me. They fell in love with materialism. They fell in love with lust. They fell in love with all of these things, and they want these things, and they want these things fast.
It's got nothing to do with survival.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I come from poverty, so no one can tell me about poverty.
Me too.
Yeah,
I've had weeks without eating food.
Hold on a second. I'm not talking about that.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about the type of poverty, yeah, that people in Africa, yeah, experience. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, no one in England, like I've never met any person that's eating from garbage bins or any child that's eating from garbage bins.
You must be crazy. Hold on a
second.
Plymouth.
I've seen poverty. Yeah,
there's poverty here, bro.
Bro, wait.
It's a different form.
Exactly. It's a richer form.
But because it's a richer country.
Okay, let me put it this way. Any African would rather have your poverty.
Facts.
Than you have his poverty.
I agree.
But guess what? They were not going out there and making arguments for, know what? I'm committing this crime because of poverty. Let me say something. In Africa, if you commit that type of poverty,
it's a different punishment.
Yeah.
You will just see a machete come in and your arm will just be on the floor. And you will just the blood will just be gushed out.
They move different. Yeah.
Listen, I understand what Octavio's saying, but my point is this, right? My point is, we've been suffering out here in England. I'm just trying to explain to him about the council estates. Only black people were put in mass in the council estates in the 50s and 60s because black people just got here in the 50s from not being liked all around the world before we even got here. Or should I say we were accepted here in the 50s. They called us over and they said to my grandma that the roads were paved with gold. My grandma said when the plane's coming into England, it's just big clouds of steam, black steam and coal. The whole of London was coal. They didn't even have a bus service here. They were throwing buckets of piss and shit out the window. So They lied to our people. Is my point to Octavio. So when we got here, they were like, right, now that you're here, get in them fucking council estates while we live in Chelsea. Because we've already got the corporate side locked down. That's why we held you down for four centuries. You weren't allowed to read. You weren't allowed to count. You weren't allowed to speak in your own language. Therefore, what you're saying is invalid. Because you're talking about a people who have been forcefully held back, brother. And then placed into these poverty conditions. When we were in Stonebridge, there was on the precinct, there was a place around the back of the precinct called the Annex. This is where all the sufferers would go and play the Bounty Killer Sufferer tune now. This is where I first heard this tune. Because as a child, you don't realize you're suffering yet. Until you start going hungry a bit and like, Mummy, where's the no biscuits in the cupboard? No, we have to wait till the end of the month. Huh? Mummy, why? But luckily my mum was a hustler and she would never let us starve and never let us go out looking like tramps, ever. But it was, you could tell when I look at the pictures and look back and when I talk to my mum and that, there was suffering going on, but the level is different because out here it's a controlled suffering. In Africa, they just said, fuck Africa. Remember when they were in Africa tearing it up and robbing it, they didn't give a fuck about what they're doing to the townships and the tribes.
I think England's a lovely country.
That's me too. England is an African country. Who was the first to be in England? The Cheddar Man.
England is definitely not an African country.
Google the Cheddar Man, people. All you got to do is go on Google or YouTube and put in the Cheddar Man. The African Moors who owned Spain Europe for 700 years, they owned Europe. If you're, even Septimius Severus, if you're an African emperor of Rome, that means, do you know what an emperor means? An emperor means you own Rome, Italy, Spain, England, France, anybody who falls under that Commonwealth banner. You would own them, Wales, all of that. So London is built in the shape of an African.
All right, listen, guys, yeah?
Hold
on. Let me address the Cheddar Man thing.
Go on. I wish you would.
The Cheddar Man, is, I don't believe in evolution, just to let you lot know,
The Cheddar Man has nothing to do with that.
I think evolution is a lie.
That's nothing to do with evolution.
It's a lie. It's a pagan religion.
The landmass was one.
It's a pagan religion.
We didn't stay here. It was too cold.
Hold on, come on, bro. Let me finish.
Sorry, God.
It's a pagan. Evolution is a lie. It's a pagan religion. It's you listening? Yeah. you still. Hold on. You still with me? Yeah. Hold on. Let me finish my point, bro. Evolution is a lie. It's a pagan religion. It was created in order to make people believe that God doesn't exist and we're created by creation. Because what evolution states is that evolution doesn't deal with abiogenesis, which is how human beings will, how a single-celled organism somehow appeared out of nowhere, and somehow, managed to evolve itself into different species, and then somehow we came from monkeys and all that. We share ancestry with these guys. Anyways, my point is, I don't believe in evolution at all whatsoever. So the whole Cheddar Man...
Do babies evolve?
Hold on, I took Cheddar Man as an insult.
Do human babies evolve?
Hold on a second. Wait. No, they don't.
So from fetus to human,
no,
it's not an evolution?
They don't evolve. You don't evolve from another animal, from another...
No, I'm not saying that.
Exactly.
I said do human beings evolve?
Well, let's be clear about what evolution teaches. And
Darwinism teaches, not evolution.
What you're
separate.
Hold on. What you're doing right now... No, that's what Darwinism... You're taking...
Darwin isn't evolution.
Hold on.
Darwin had... Darwinianism...
Bro. Your side...
Go on.
Yeah? Okay, good. I do this all the time, yeah. But anyways, yeah.
Gotcha.
Trying to sidetrack, man, yeah. But
you almost slipped.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
Evolution, yeah. I'm talking about the evolution theory. Yeah, I'm talking about what they teach in schools. Yeah,
that's Darwinism. The idea, it's not evolution.
Yeah. No. It comes from Darwinism, but it's called evolution theory. Now, you might want to take the word evolution and apply a different meaning to it. Things. You might take the word evolution and apply a different meaning to it. But that's not what I mean when I say evolution. I'm talking about what Darwin
and that's
taught.
Darwinism.
Yeah, and Darwin was very racist. I'll tell you that right now.
Tell me out,
yeah,
bro.
Extremely racist.
Tried to class my people with a monkey.
Yeah.
That's how they went together in the first
according to Darwinism, according to the evolution theory,
Africans are more closer
according
to the monkey than anybody else.
Hold on, according to the evolution theory, human beings, are still apes. All right, hold on a second. They don't even call it. Hold on, they don't even call us human beings. They call us apes. Yeah,
They call us 3/5 human in the American Constitution.
No, hold on. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what evolution theory teaches. That's where you get all of this from, and that's how that's how atheism came about as well.
No, then you're wrong. Can I just say something? Let me just say something. Where you gone wrong? No. I'm not going to cut you too long. I want you to finish that. Where you've gone wrong though, what the track that you're on is wrong, is that when the European, have you heard of the Piltdown man?
I need to address the Cheddar Man. The Cheddar Man is an insult. The Cheddar Man is an insult to the black people.
No,
it's first of all, remember, I don't believe that human beings evolved. All right, I don't believe that they evolved from all these different organisms, and anatomically, all these different organisms somehow change from one organism to another because it's never been observed.
But incest brought us all here.
Wait, bro. But somehow, because it's never been observed. Now, Cheddar Man is the idea that the first British person was supposedly black with blue eyes. Yeah, and hold on a second.
Well, the original had blue eyes
and that basically that's giving credence, that's giving credit, that's giving merit to the idea of evolution, because the whole Cheddar Man thing is based upon the evolution theory. Look what they're saying.
Incorrect.
Hold on a second. Look what they're saying.
Look what they're saying.
Easy. Bro, look what they're saying. They trying to tell you, that that Cheddar Man was black, right? With blue eyes. And somehow, he evolved into a white man.
No. That's what the European is trying to tell people like you from the Bible. Now listen to the facts. You
shouldn't have brought up Cheddar Man, bro.
Now listen to the facts.
You shouldn't have brought it up.
Now listen to the facts.
That means
first things
that
first.
The best race is white.
First things first.
That's what they evolve into white.
Exactly. Now you get it. Do you get it now?
That's why I find that offensive.
I didn't even have to say anything.
That's why the idea of Cheddar Man.
He yielded himself.
That's why the idea of Cheddar Man is offensive to me. Because
let me break it
so
down
you're
for
telling me that black. Hold on, let me finish.
You're telling me that.
You're telling. I apologize. You're telling me that this Cheddar Man over here, yeah. He used to be black,
They're telling you
and then
black
what?
People
He evolved
on every land, bro.
Wait.
It's a fact.
He evolved into a white man.
No, that's not what they're telling you, bro. Sometimes I wonder if this guy smokes a big blunt before he comes to the studio.
That's what happened to Cheddar Man, bro.
How can a monkey? Does a monkey have an African spirit? Do monkey have human spirits?
I don't think so, bro.
So then, how can a monkey evolve into anything close to a human?
Have you ever seen a monkey evolve?
That's why it's called the theory.
Apart from a monkey?
That's why it's called the theory of evolution, not the fact of evolution. That's first of all. Second of all, Darwinism is nothing to do with evolution. The reason why I asked you if do human babies evolve was because when you go into human molecular science, it tells you that the fetus is not a human. The fetus is actually nothing to do with humans. The cells change the fetus into a human. So there is a metamorphosis there, or an evolution, a development of the human. That's what I'm saying to him. When the monkey's in the monkey stomach, when the monkey baby's in the monkey mother stomach, that don't happen. But the European at that time, who also believed the world was flat, was dumb as fuck. Especially the Christian Europeans. They had no sense. They didn't bathe for 1,000 years. The Moors had to come over and show them how to bathe because
that's a lie.
This is a fact. Google it right now on the Google Voice.
Bro,
put it to the mic.
Bro, if it wasn't for the Christian scientists, do you know that science? Do you know that science developed through Christian scientists? You know the guy that came up with the scientific method. His name was Francis Bacon. He was a Christian. Do you know the theory of gravity came from Christian? Every little scientific theory, scientific theory that's allowed the world to evolve came from Christianity.
Hold on. So Christianity was here when the Earth was one.
No.
When all the landmass was one. There were Christians walking around.
No, I'm talking about how Christian developed, how technology and
Christianity is in the 19th century.
I'm talking about how scientific. I'm talking about how sciences, developed in the.
Hold on, but let me just finish
in the Western world.
Let me just finish about this monkey shit though. Yeah. I gotta chop off your head when it comes to these things, bro.
We need to get back to music.
No, we're going back. We got time. We got time, fam. We're going back. Don't worry. Yeah. Listen, monkeys don't have African spirits.
What is an African spirit?
There's no silverback gorilla out there. Exactly, I'll tell you what I think it is.
Yeah, thank you.
The African spirit is when I hear the you don't see fucking gorillas in the background going. The gorillas just looking at you like, what the fuck are they doing? Because it's not a human. But the European, who also let me just say this. This is not a disrespect to anybody white or mixed race
Shout
from
out
Europeans. Yeah?
I'm half European.
This is just the truth. And if you can't take this show, then don't fucking watch it, because this show's about truth. The European didn't understand about colour. So what he did was, in the disequilibrium of the... there's a book by Dr. Andrew Francis that's out right now. He shouldn't even released it. It's a copywritten book by the CDC in America. Yeah? And it shows when they were testing the animals. It said that the ape is smarter than the gorilla. The chimpanzee is smarter than the ape. They were testing it, the blood series. Then they started to test humans. They went all around the world and tested everybody. The Chinese, the Asian, everybody. When they came to Africa, everybody else has 6 DNA series. The chimp has 4. The orangutan has 5. Guess how much the Africans, when they went to test the African,
how much?
The African has 11 DNA series. So when you see Michael Jordan jump into the fucking sky, it's because he is from the God. Why would Africans have 11? You know what that means?
What do you mean he's...
What? I'll tell you what it means.
So what about other races? They're not from God?
What I'm saying is there is a mutation that has taken place, bro.
A mutation?
Like, similar to albino. This is why the creator...
That makes one race superior to another?
No, I've not mentioned anybody being superior.
Well, bro,
I'm just giving you the
higher
language.
than me, then he's superior.
No.
Is that what you're trying to... Is that what you're alluding to?
No, that's not what I'm implying. What I'm saying is black people
go ahead,
do what we do. Yeah. Look at our music. Let me go back in. Like I said, I can drag it straight back to the music. Mm-hmm. Let's go to someone like Bunty Killer. Now, see Bunty Killer? Hey, yo, yellow! If you know about Bunty Killer, you know what the thing is. Hey, yo, yellow! When I take man up, man, I'm bad man more time. Hey, yo, yellow! Used to be in Africa, but don't ya, we are sufferer. So wherever you go, black people suffer. In his own book, and I'm not going to no religion today, but in his own, I will not. But in the Bible, it says, the whole world will hate you on account of me. Where can black people go and be safe? You see what they were doing to us in COVID in China? Dragging us out of shops, beating us up, attacking us. Chinese, you know. The Chinese, I'll give you a quick lesson, yeah? Had 2 atomic bombs dropped on them by Europeans. But they don't have the same hatred for them like they have for us. How the fuck do black people start COVID? No one was asking that question when they were beating us on the streets of China. And then when you see the Chinese man doing a dancehall like they're Tony Matterhorn and them man there. This is not me hating on Chinese people. Yeah? Can't look at that, I mean, there are people. But
shout out to the Chinese.
Shout out to the Chinese and the Japanese. We wouldn't even have none of this shit in here if it weren't for them man there anyway. Yeah? But you're telling it on us? What did we do? What the fuck have black people done? It's like these people are born to hate us.
Hold on. Are you saying that black people never been racist to other races?
Show me an episode.
That's just a lie, bro.
No. I'm not saying... I didn't say anything like that. I haven't denied anything. I'm asking you...
Black people that are racist, bro.
What associations do we own? Because when y'all say racism, I'm not just talking about some dickhead outside this VG shop.
Who don't like men.
I'm talking about people who have power and can change laws. People who own schools and courts.
It's their country, bro.
So show me another. Show me a black country.
We need to go back home.
Creates
That's what we need. We need to go back home.
We're already home. Africa is the hub. It's not the home. We started there, but we were meant to spread. That's the point. That's why when they show you the picture of evolution...
Did all people start from Africa? Come from Africa?
Facts, yes, they did.
So what are you complaining about?
I'm not complaining. I'm just
saying.
So
that means the
black people...
So the people that live in here are Africans, according to your ideology, right?
Yes, they are Africans, yes.
So what's the problem?
I'll tell you the problem. Is that for black Africans who were owned...
I don't think it's right to call them Africans.
For black Africans who were owned by white Europeans, right? You got to understand. In Africa...
Yeah.
There's like farms and that in Africa that are owned by Europeans that they're just treating the black people like shit. So what I'm trying to show you is that we're still in a state of slavery, bro. Slavery is not finished. And trust me, they will reinstate chattel slavery.
The problem with Africa is a lot of corruption from the top down. Yeah.
And which is who?
Huh?
Who are usually the politicians that corrupt the black African politicians?
Who corrupt the African politicians?
Yeah.
African politicians. Do you know why I say that?
Who are they owned by?
Do you know why I say that? No, I don't care who you
own. Are you telling me there's no white man on top of them?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
There's no white man that owns them.
Let me finish, bro.
Go ahead.
It's like someone asking me to snake you. Yeah? It's like, yo, Q, yo, you know that guy? It's like someone, I have to make that decision. I have to say whether or not I want to snake you or not snake you. Yeah? Because if I snake you, then who are you going to blame? Are you going to blame the person that influenced me? Yep. I had a choice, and I still chose to do. It's like someone comes up to me, so, you know, Q, yeah? Yeah, bro. You know what you got to do, yeah?
Have you seen Belly?
Hold on a second. Then I turn around and I've got a choice now. I can either destroy my brother or say, you know what? No, I don't agree with that. And if it means you killing me, if it means my life is on the line, then guess what? Guess what I'll do? I will suffer the consequences. But one thing I will not do. Hold on a second. Yeah, of course. I will never betray my brother.
That's the key right there.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
That's the key right there.
So if I'm my brother's keeper, I blame the person who took the bribe. I blame the person. Hold on, let me finish, bro. I blame the person who took the bribe. I blame the person who took the bribe. I blame the person who decided to go against his own morals in order to betray his own brother. That's who I blame.
Have you seen the movie Belly?
Hold on. I don't blame the fact that certain people are capable of trying to influence you to do something bad. That happens in the world all the time. It's your choice whether you decide to go along. Hold on. It is your choice if you go along with it.
No, it's not.
Listen, people, you're not a robot.
How can
you have the ability. No. You have the ability to
Bro,
think for yourself. And let me tell you something. After you do that person wrong, even though the other person is the one who instigated it, guess what? Yeah. That person there is gonna look at you. He's gonna say, "Nah, you, bro, you're the one who did that that evil to me."
Pause again. That when someone comes to your country, breaks in, rapes all your women, rapes your children, puts them to work in a field in front of you, nigga, and you're so scared, nigga. Because all you're seeing is this man.
No, I don't care.
Hold on. All you're seeing is this man. Come and bring your brethren out to the front.
Let me know when to come back. Let me know when to come back.
I will. He brings your friend out into the forecourt in front of all the male slaves, in front of all the strongest male slaves and the best thinkers. You know what he does to that male? He covers him in hot tar, burns his skin off. His skin's just falling off like plasticine in front of the other slaves and his children, that have been raped by this man. So their bums are still sore when they're watching their dad getting slaughtered. Then they tar and feather him. So they put the feathers on him, they tie him to 2 horses, and then they slap the horses. And it just busts up his body. Because he's been burning for so long, your bones get like soft when you burn. So after 400 years of that constantly happening, making your wife bite her own umbilical cord in the field and drop babies on the floor and keep picking. The mindset of that man that's doing that to these people, I think he's the one that needs to be checked. Because roll it up to modern day now, that man is still in control of everything, everywhere, in everyone's country. Shit that don't involve him. He's flying planes and putting ships in the sea. Why are you here, American? Fuck off, bro. But he's like the world police, isn't he? He's the big bully. So now that man designs a corporate system. Remember, you've not been allowed to talk for 400 years. He took you from your home where you spoke to your wife and kids in your native tongue and said you weren't allowed to use that, otherwise I'll whip you in front of your kids and rape your wife.
Hold on.
No. I'll give you the full tablet, blood. Yeah? So you can swallow the whole pill. 2 twos now. Fast forward a few hundred years now. So that man owns the system, he owns radio, he owns TV, he owns schools, he owns the law, he owns everything, even in your country. So you finally end up in his country with him. With your captives, you know. You're living with your captives. And you expect that your captive, who you weren't meant to survive slavery. Niggas were not meant to survive. So when they're making these new laws for the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th century, there's no law in there for niggas. So you just take what you get. If I put you in Stonebridge, nigga, you ain't working. You ain't shit. Go and fucking live where all the fucking other niggas live. In the trash and dirt, while we live in Chelsea and we live in places that are affluent. When you look at the borough of Chelsea, for example, the actual bin men look clean. Come down to Brent or Harrow. You got shit. You can tell that there's a difference. And I'm showing you right now, my brother. It's not by accident. But I'll let you continue.
All right.
I've still got music to play.
All right, here comes the truth, yeah? let's go back to that example. I will die. Yeah? I would first have to be dead. I would be killed. I would have to be killed in order for anything like that to happen to my family. Yeah? Because I'm the first line of defense for my family.
You would be dead.
Hold on, I want to pause that, bro. I would gladly die for my family. And let me tell you something, yeah? This is the job of any man who has a family. This is the job of any man in any society. It is to die for the weakest, and the weakest are the women and the children. Your job is to die for them. If you die, and after that,
you won't be there to protect them.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Come on. If you die, yeah, and your women were, I don't know, raped or whatever, right? We shouldn't use the word whatever because of YouTube, innit? Yeah, yeah, raped, yeah.
Your wife was raped
in front of you, yeah. All right, and you die in the name of it, yeah. Then that means you died an honorable death, yeah. That means you've done the right thing because that's all you can do. That's your job as a man, yeah. So, are human beings capable of evil? Absolutely. Can humans do that to other human beings? Yes, they can. Every human being is capable of that.
Show me when Africans have done it.
Hold on a second. Every single human is capable of that.
Show me.
My brother, I've been through a war. I know.
Show me Africans enslaving Europeans for 400 years.
Come on, man. Every single human being is capable of that because I've seen it myself. Yeah? I didn't grow up in England, bruv. Yeah? Believe you me, I didn't grow up in England. You wouldn't want to, trust me, growing up where I grew up, you wouldn't want that.
Yes, there's wars in Africa.
Now, wait, bro, wait. What I'm saying is, that is when something like that happens, yeah, your job is to die for your family.
You said that already.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
That is it. Bro, what's the solution? Bro, you keep interrupting me. You do this all the time, bro. You're doing all the time, bro. That's your job as a man. Your job as a man is to die for your family. So if that happens, guess what? You died an honorable death. But evil happens. Get over it. Evil is not based on race. This is what he's trying to talk about. He's trying to say the aggressors or the ones who do evil, yeah, because they are a certain type of race. I've seen evil from every single race. Every single human being is capable of race. I've met good people.
Enslaves millions of human beings.
I've met good globally. People, bro. I've met good people. Yeah, I've met good people and I've met bad people from every single race. I've met extremely evil people. Yeah, from every single race. So evil, it's not down to your skin tone. Your color. It's not down to that.
So, okay, pause.
It's not down to that.
So show me.
That's what he's alluding to.
No. So you think I hate white people?
No.
That's what I think it is.
No, I don't. Hold on, let me clarify that. Let me clarify that.
Please do, for the audience.
Not once, yeah, my brother, do I think that not once have I thought that you hate white people.
Okay.
I think the ideology that you support hates white people.
Which is what?
Wait. Because the ideology that you believe in
goes against white supremacy.
No, it doesn't.
Simple.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But the ideology that you believe in, states that a good if you're good, you're of a certain race. If you're bad, you're of a certain race. It racializes morality. That's what it does. That's what I was looking for. Wait, bro.
Bruv,
it racializes morality.
Go ahead.
Those people over there enslaved us. So therefore, those people over there are the bad people. Those people over there, we the good people.
Can I start?
Because we were enslaved, as if we've never enslaved anyone else.
You ain't really saying that right
as if we've never done anything wrong.
You ain't really saying that right
That's what you believe in.
What has the African
So hold on a second.
What has the African done?
Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. You're racializing morality. You're saying if a person
the white man been moral to Africans?
Wait. If you're
his whole history,
bro, I don't care if they have or they haven't. The point that I'm trying to make is okay. Let me ask you a question.
Go on.
Hold on, because you're derailing me. Yeah.
Go on.
You're racializing morality.
No, I'm not.
When you racialize morality, what you're basically saying is,
has white Europeans been moral to Africans in their history? Show me.
You keep interrupting me.
All right, go on.
Go ahead. You're racializing morality. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're basically saying that in order for a person to be moral or immoral, you have to be of a certain race.
That's not what I'm saying. No,
that's exactly what you're saying. Hold on a second.
That's not true.
Anyone, right? You lot can rewind and see it for yourself.
That's not what I'm saying.
Everyone can rewind and see it for themselves. Mm-hmm. You can see that what your entire argument is. They were the aggressors, therefore they are evil. We are good because we were the ones who went through it. No, so that's what you're basically saying.
Wrong. And
you look.
I just gave you the truth so that you could try to summarize in your head that what black people have gone through with the European. We are a damaged race of people. They were eating our people for 200 years. They came to get us for no reason. For 400 years.
Bro, human beings been taking over each other.
Let me finish though. Because you'll never be able to answer what I'm about to ask you.
All right, go ahead.
Show me a time in the white...
We'll see.
Show me a time in European history. I don't want to say white no more. Yeah. Show me a time in the European man's history. It's not the woman, the man. Yeah. When he's been moral to Africans.
Show me a time. Say that again.
Show me a time, any point in time in history of the European, as long as the European has been out here with us. Show me when they've been moral to us. Can't answer that. Second question.
I've been.
Show me black.
Bro, you haven't even given me a chance to answer it.
You won't be able to. What point in history?
I've had loads of white people that were moral to me.
I said in their history, not just to you. On a whole. Yeah, show me on a whole where the Europeans gone.
Bro, I didn't live through the slave trade. I didn't. So that your question doesn't make sense. Your question doesn't make sense.
It can't answer none of the questions.
No, because there is no answer. Because hold on, have you met white people that were good to you?
I said on a whole. When I'm talking about Europeans, on a whole, as in
majority of white people.
Yes.
So the majority of white people have been evil to the.
Yeah. It's a fact.
Wow, say no more.
Let me tell you why I say that. Let me tell you why I say that and why he won't be able to answer none of my questions that I posed to him. Because you can't find an African nation that goes to Europe and forcefully enslaves, rapes, and beats and tortures babies, women and children for 4 fucking centuries. That's 400 years, people. That's not 40 years. That's not 6 years for Hitler killing his own people. 400 years under the...
Have you seen black people that have done these type of evils before?
I've seen black people doing black people evil, yes.
No.
I've grown up in the area.
I'm talking about rapping.
All the people I grew up in my area were black, and they're the ones that hurt me the most. My dad included in that, and he's an African.
Come on, bro. Don't bring up your dad.
It's facts. I'm saying the facts.
But you don't have to.
It's the facts, though, B.
Listen, guys, listen. Everyone, listen to this, yeah? Mm-hmm. I don't like to personalize debates, yeah? He did that for just to have an effect, yeah? He wanted. The
truth is my effect, big man.
He wanted to get a reaction out of it.
The truth is my effect. When have Africans enslaved Europeans by the million?
Wait, bro. When? It's the same reason why I tell him, bro, you don't have to bring up your dad or them things there.
But I'm all right with it.
But you shouldn't have
to, I'm comfortable with it 100%, bro.
Please don't.
Whatever realm my pops is in now, he's looking down laughing at me like, yo. He really is telling the truth. By security.
Bro.
Do you get followed around shop? Do women hold their handbags when they see you walking down the street, cuz? To this day, we're in the 21st century, 22nd.
Yeah, feminism encourages that.
Feminism encourages racism. They want women. See how confused he is?
No, I never said that. They encourage women to.
When a white woman sees a black man coming down the road, bro, she gets scared of him because of what she's been taught by her parents and their parents and their parents.
Bro, listen.
That is called institutionalized racism.
That's not what I'm talking about.
You have police officers out here that drive around,
Can I ask you one question?
That don't like black boys.
Bro, just answer my question. I don't care.
And they are racist.
Yeah.
You have to. Come on,
what?
Bro.
Listen to what I'm saying.
So to me, it looks like.
Let me ask you this question.
It might not be that all white people are racist, but it just seems like rap.
Do white people have an obligation to be good to black people?
Yes, they fucking motherfucking do. Because if my race, let me bring my motherfucking mic over here.
Go ahead,
if my race annihilated your race for 400 years.
Yeah.
If I was the prime minister, it would be my fucking duty that every fucking white person on the fucking face of the planet has to help rebuild the psyche of these people. The system right now is afraid They're afraid that we're like them. Yes, they are.
No, they not.
They're afraid that we're gonna be like them and we're gonna retaliate.
No, they not.
Let me finish what
How
I'm saying.
How would you retaliate? You don't have enough power to retaliate.
Hear what you just said? Black people don't have enough power to retaliate.
Bro, do you control the military? We are 2% of the population, bro.
Let me tell you what control. 2% of the population?
Yes.
That Bible's got you fucked up, bro. How you gonna be from a continent?
No, I'm not talking about continent. I'm talking about just Britain alone.
How are you gonna be from?
I'm talking about in England alone, bro.
Let me break it down.
We are 2% of the population. Retaliate what?
You believe that when you go outside?
No, bro. Listen.
No, look at me. You believe when you go outside, yeah? Do your own statistics, fam. When you go out on road, how many mixed race and black people and Indian people you see compared to white people in England now?
Are you calling the people black as well?
Of course, the Indo-Kushites. One thing that the white people...
Indian people don't identify themselves as black, bro.
Indian people are black, bro. The Indian people are black. They're Indo-Kushites. They're Naga Kushites, bro.
They don't agree with that way of thinking.
You could just look at their skin and tell who they are or where they're from.
So you think they'll back you?
They don't have to back me. A lot of them won't because they believe in their religion more, like you. They don't want to. They don't want to deal with the real history and science.
My religion is the truth.
When you dig up the ancient people of almost every land on the earth, especially the continents, every one of them has a capital A. That is the African's mark. I'm trying to show you, bro. When you go to the Aborigines of China, yeah, look at Buddha, for example. Buddha has China bumps all over his head. In the hood, we call them China bumps. Okay? Now show me a Chinese man with China bumps. Show me a Chinese or Japanese man that can have fucking China bumps. The only way you can have China bumps is if you got an afro. And then when you go to the origins of Buddha, with his big spread African nose, when you go to the temple of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, because I do my studying, bro. Yeah? You realize that the first Indians and the first Indonesians were Africans. Go ahead.
Guys, listen.
Nothing you can say to that.
Human beings are capable of evil. Regardless of what race you are capable of evil. All throughout human history, humans have taken over each other. They have conquered. Bro, please, come on, man.
But that was bullshit.
They have conquered each other. Yeah, Africans have conquered Africans. They had different tribes and so on and so forth, and they've conquered each other. Egyptians conquered other people. So did the Europeans, so did the Greeks, so did the Romans, so did all of them. All throughout human history, there's never been absolute peace in the world.
You're not answering the question.
Yo, bro, let me finish. All throughout human history, human beings have always conquered each other. Why? Because of greed, because of power.
Africans enslaving Europeans, bro.
Please. Yo, please, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. Come on, bro. We have to have an intelligent conversation.
That's facts.
Yeah?
That's facts.
So that means you have to let me speak.
I'm in my feelings right now.
All right. I don't care about that.
I'm in my feelings right now. So you have to answer this question.
All right, listen.
Because you're making all humans do it.
All throughout human history, anyone who knows anything about history, anyone who studied history will know that all throughout human, the ad-libs. All throughout human history, human beings have conquered each other. Yeah, that's happened all throughout human history. So that means that humans, and why did they did it? Why did they conquer each other? They conquered each other because of what? Greed, power, selfishness. They wanted more. These are the reasons why. And they've been enslaving each other since the beginning of time.
Bullshit.
Bro, let me finish, man.
You did all this talking, but you're not answering the question.
Bro, can I finish my point?
Go on.
All throughout human history, human beings have been enslaving each other. Yeah, he can say it's bullshit, but these are facts.
Show me the African
hold on, wait,
people,
bro.
Millions of them.
Fam, you can't keep.
Go on.
This guy, bro, man. Listen, yeah. You see when the truth is hitting. Yeah.
I'm testing you, nigga. Go ahead,
bro. It's the truth.
It's not the truth.
It's the truth. It's the absolute truth. Because let me tell you something. A black man. Whether he's a black man, whether he's a white man, it don't matter. Whether he's a Chinese man, it don't matter. We are all capable of evil. We are all capable of greed, selfishness. Let me finish. Greed, selfishness, all types of evil, yeah? We are all capable of envy. We are all capable of all of that, yeah? So the truth is this, yeah? Some human beings, have been a bit more, like, for example, there was a time when the Egyptians were in power. Now it's the time where the Europeans are in power. It's just the way human history.
Have always been in power, bro.
This is just the way human history goes. That's how it is.
All right.
Yeah? Let me finish, bro.
All right, go ahead.
So, the point that I'm trying to make is,
this is what
we are, as humans, we are capable of evil.
You've
Why?
been saying this over
because
and over.
we sin. That's the reason why.
Religious.
Yeah?
Now it's religious.
We have a sinful nature. That's why every single human being is capable of evil. He's trying to racialize. He's trying to racialize morality. Don't start that. He's trying to racialize morality.
When have Africans enslaved millions of Europeans for 400 years?
I don't know.
That's the question.
I don't know a time when Africans came to Europe and
enslaved Europe.
Hold on, I don't know a time when they did that. But I do know that Africans enslaved Africans and so on. What you're trying to do?
When did Africans enslave Africans?
What you're trying to do? Egyptians had plenty of slaves.
My
loads of African countries. Loads of African tribes enslaved other Africans. This is a fact.
The only time
when slavery first started, they used to trade slaves, black slaves. The black kings used to do that. This is a fact.
That is not a fact nowhere in history. Show me that right now. Because I'm on Google. People, you see one thing with facts. Facts don't give a fuck how you feel.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
I remember saying that, bro.
Facts don't give a fuck. I'm taking your shit. Facts don't give a fuck how you feel. That's the bottom line. I've got books at my house that show him that he's just trying to bear air. Because no African nation has ever and will ever enslave nobody by the million for 400 years.
That is bullshit.
Show me it. Don't worry, I'll wait. He's gone right back to the Bible. Chat about the Egyptians slaved their own people and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something about it. Should I say blah, blah, blah? As my son says to me when I'm chatting shit. Blah, blah, blah. Man's just chatting blah, 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 blah.
No. What I'm saying is...
Hold on. He's saying what he said about the Egyptians enslaving people based on a book. It's a fucking Harry Potter argument, bro.
Historians, hold on. This is just a quick search, yeah? But everyone knows this already.
Show me 400 years underneath the African.
No. 400
brutally
years.
enslaved.
No. But
no one's done what the European has
finish,
done.
Bro.
No, I thought I was talking.
The Egyptians enslaved Africans for longer than that. But hold on. Historians John Fulton and Linda Haywood of Boston University have estimated that of the Africans captured and then sold as slaves to the New World in the Atlantic slave trade, around 90% were slaved by fellow Africans who sold them to European traders.
What have you just proved?
The Africans been enslaving each other.
Pause. So you're telling me that if I'm a white man who's an enslaver and I'm using Africans against each other, that makes his argument even worse. You see how the book makes them backward as fuck.
It's not the book. This is not in the Bible.
You just went back to the Bible, though.
No, I just went to Google.
So I'm gonna pattern him now based on what he just said to me. First things first, people. He's not even pennying the fact that I'm saying the number 400. He's not even pennied the fact, you know, that 400 years have passed and these people owned black people. He's not pennying that. No. So he's not pennying that they made money from that.
You ready, bro?
It was of course I'm ready.
Ready?
It was a world global trade. So when I talk to people that are mixed race or that are people that are white about white history, they always get shirty. They always get salty because you know why? Because they're fucking ancestors. And no one hates their ancestors. So when I'm telling you about your fucking family, blood, you have to take your L, rude boy. Them man, they were rotten people, blood. Rotten to the core. But you sitting here and trying to defend it, you make yourself look bad. And I'm telling you this from now, yeah? The reason why they fear Africans is because they know what they saw when they came to Egypt the first time and Nubia. Okay? This is why I talk to him about biology. Because biologically, a mutation happened, and this is what brings white people in. And I'm gonna show you the Chinese professor now from the CDC in America having a meeting in the CDC. All right, hold on.
Hold on, bro.
We went off subject, innit? So
no. I did. Hold on. I need to reply to this first, bro.
Go ahead. My phone's ringing.
I'm just gonna read something. How did slavery start in Africa? Yeah, slavery in northern Africa dates back to ancient Egypt. The New Kingdom, 1558, 108 BC, brought in large numbers of slaves as prisoners of war up the Nile Valley and used them for domestic and supervised labor. Yeah, Ptolemaic Egypt, 305 BC,
Do you know
30
Ptolemy
BC.
was? Do you know who
Ptolemy.
was?
Thank
Do you know who he
you.
was?
Thank you.
Do you know who he was?
Let me finish reading first. Used both land and sea routes to bring slaves in. That kills his entire argument about Africa didn't enslave each other. He's chatting breeze.
Do you know who Ptolemy is? He was a white Greek enslaver. So you're done, bro.
Listen to what.
Don't know
did
your
you just
history.
read? Did you just
Say it again.
Listen. Slavery in northern Africa dates back to ancient Egypt. The New Kingdom, 1558, 108 BC, brought in large numbers of slaves as prisoners of war up to the Nile Valley and used them for domestic and supervised labor. Yeah? It's like, what are you talking about? This is a fact.
So black people have enslaved black people.
Yes, loads of times all throughout history.
Hold on, that's what he's trying to say.
It's a fact.
He's going to whatever site he went to, didn't read up no site or nothing, and just said what he's saying. Because that man there, they're getting their emotions and their brain cuts off.
It's a quick Google search, people.
They're getting their emotions and their brains cut off. But watch this. I'm going to kill him with intelligence. Because as the great Dr. John Henrik Clark says, I don't really debate with enough man. Unless you're my equal, all I'm doing is teaching you, nigga. Watch this. This is a Chinese professor telling the white woman, you're a mutation.
There was a mutation.
All right, here we go.
Well, if you make the assumption that the human race arose like around the equator and that skin color, dark skin color would be the phenotype, then are you assuming that as people moved outward, there was a mutation, and if you were in the north, it allowed that mutation to live, which is how we got white people?
Yes.
Would that follow?
Yeah. If Nina Jablonski, who spoke in another one of your things, explained this, and she played a role in studying the reason for dark skin, which is if you have lots of intense sunlight, it destroys folic acid, and it turns out folic acid is really important for babies to develop properly, so it's not too good for a population for the babies to not develop properly. So that's why dark skin. Now, as you move north, there's another essential vitamin.
So, you see how intelligence shuts them down. They don't know what he's talking about. That's all that is a nervous laugh. And
It's not, bro. I'm
get-
enjoying this, bro.
You have to get used to those nervous laughs because
This close to the bone, baby.
this professor is from the CDC in America, and he told the white woman to her face, listen, it's not even a thing where it's racism. Biologically, you shouldn't be here. This fact.
What did
But
you just
biology-
say? So white people shouldn't be here?
But let me finish. Biologically, a mutation shouldn't exist. But if you listen to what he was saying to her, where they were there was no sunlight. It was all cold region and ice. They call it the Caucasus Mountains. But east of the Caucasus Mountains goes further into Russia. They were there first because when they split off, when everyone was leaving Africa, and I'm going to play the disequilibrium now. When everyone was leaving Africa from Dr. Andrew, when everyone was leaving Africa, black people stayed. That's why we developed full term. We have pineal gland which produces melanin.
So white people came from black people?
White people and black people have two completely separate beginnings, my bro.
How did white people come about according to your
I just told you. I just played it for you.
I thought it was black people that turned into white people.
That's what an idiot would think, bro.
Come on, bro.
But I've just
My
played
brother's
you the
calling his own brother idiot.
I just played you the professor.
He's chatting shit.
A professor at the CDC. The CDC. Do you know what the
Remember,
CDC
these
is?
guys also believe in evolution.
The Center of Disease and Control in America.
No.
He's chatting shit.
He's got a theory where he states that some human beings mutated into different colors. To be honest with you, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, that might sound plausible. I'm sure all human beings must have started with a certain race. There must have been a certain skin tone, and then they developed into different skin tones. And this is the reason why I asked you. I said, my brother, do white people come from black people? If that's the case...
I answered you straight away. And it's not racist to say no. He's acting like it's racist me saying no.
No, I'm not trying to catch you on the racist
It's like
tip.
he's trying to find who's the higher race.
I'm not, bro. No, I'm trying.
Go on.
Listen, I want the people there to understand what you believe in. yeah, what you believe in, because it might be confusing to them. Because what you just brought up is basically stating that the same people that came from a certain landmass, somehow spread into a different landmass, and there was a mutation that took place. All right, and that's how the white color came about. If I got it wrong, then I'll apologize for that. Yeah, thank you for that. Now, my brother, that would state, if you want to believe in that, then that would mean that white people, came from black people, right?
No, doesn't, bro. Gone back to the same place.
Yes.
Let me break it up for you again. Yeah?
Don't play that again. Don't play that
White
again.
people, I'm going to play it again. White people do not come from black people.
All right.
Okay? Albino comes from black people, and albino is an African mutation, which means you have African albinos that are black, and you have European albinos that are white.
Is that your theory, yeah?
That's a fact, bro. It's none of what I say to you is a theory. Everything I'm saying to you is from science. I'm not just guessing what I'm saying to you, bro. So what I need you to understand is this.
So how did white people come about then?
I'll tell you how they came about. A mutation.
From where?
Oh, so you want the actual where it took place?
You just about
right.
to say.
So
you
when
just
black
about to say a
people,
mutation. You just about to say a mutation.
Yes.
So what I'm asking you is this, yeah? Okay, where did that mutation come from?
The mutation stems from albinism.
Okay, where did albinism come from?
I'll tell you. When Africans, according to his book, for example, there's only 2 people having everyone.
Don't bring religion into
No, I have to, because I have to kind of just shut you down and move on. If you're going by the book, if you're going by, you can't fuck with science because you're a Christian.
Right, you just answered my question, and we'll
you have your own scientists.
We'll be good though. We'll be good though. Just answer the question. Where did the what would you call him? The
albinism.
Yeah, albinism.
Is an
Where did that come
African condition.
Does it come from black people?
It happens in the womb of the black woman.
Okay, cool. So it comes
after the albinoid. Remember, albinoids. When you look at the albinoid animal, it can't fuck with the sun. It's covered in disease.
All right.
And it don't live long.
All right, cool.
And it needs the brown animal to help it. You get it? It needs the brown animal to bring it into like being civilized.
We went off track, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. I can bring it back to music.
It's close to the bone, baby.
It's close to the bone, bro. We're just talking, you get me? But we've got some time left, so we can still talk.
Yeah.
But let me just finish this, and we can move on.
You'll go about half an hour.
Yeah, cool. Black people naturally produce color. So that means the uniform that black people have, the lips, the nose, and the color, and the ether for hair, yeah, which is selenium. We have selenium in our blood. So we don't fuck with things like cold. You'll never see a black boy out here with shorts and a short sleeve t-shirt on and shorts in the freezing cold like you'll see a white man. And that's not racist to say that. You'll never see a white man with afro hair unless he's got black in him. It's a fact. So there is a uniform to the original people here.
Am I white?
Say that again?
Am I white?
I wouldn't say you're white.
Okay, no. Fuck you.
But I know you're fucking with. But just to shut that down.
I don't like swearing. I don't like swearing.
But just to shut his thing down.
Yeah, go ahead, because you still haven't answered the question.
I've answered it a long time, bro.
Nah, bro. You're going
you're
round in circles.
People, he's asking me.
Ducking right now.
He's asking me, where do white people come from? I'm saying to him, bro, in Africa, white and black were in Africa.
That wasn't my question.
White and black were in Africa.
Should I repeat my question?
And they were breeding.
Should I repeat my question?
Repeat the question.
All right. You're saying is it albinoids, right? They come. Which
are very pale.
It happens in a black woman's womb, yeah?
Absolutely. It started there originally.
Thank you. And white people come from those albinoids, right? Mm-hmm. So that means white people came from black people, right?
Let me get to you one more time. Let's say these 2 are the first Africans.
By the way, I don't believe in none of this nonsense, by the way.
This albinoid. Yeah? This albinoid has sex with a European.
What?
This albinoid that's just come from these 2 black Africans, this is the albino. He's met a European woman.
But the European doesn't exist yet. We're talking about the existence of the Europeans, how white people came about.
Who told you that the European didn't exist yet?
We're talking about how did white people come about. Hold on. We're talking about how did white people come about. So you're telling me that the albinoid comes from 2 black...
when you finish, I'll continue.
All right, go ahead.
No, when you finish.
Yeah. So you're telling me that the albinoid comes from 2 black people, right? Listen to what I'm saying, yeah? So I'm thinking the albinoids got together. By the way, I don't believe in none of this nonsense, yeah? The albinoids got together, and then this is how white people somehow came about. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what you mean by that.
You're almost there.
Now, what you're telling me now is that the albinoid has
his own beginning.
Has sex with a European, right?
Go on.
So where did the Europeans come from?
I'll tell you.
Where did white people come from?
I will tell you, bro. white people and black people both come from Africa, but they have separate beginnings. I really need you to bring your spirit here. White people came up the same time as us.
So they don't come from albinoids? Or they mixed with the albinoids and then they became what? Because if they already existed in their own right, then why would they need to mix? Why did the albinoid needed to mix with the white?
The Africans were having sex and producing human beings. The mutation started in the black woman's womb. She gave birth to the first African albinoids. That albinoid would have integrated with the European. It's a fact, bro. Once that integrates with the European is giving birth to more albinoids.
Okay, so how did the Europeans come about?
The European come back from that same mutation, brother.
But bro, you just said that the albinoid mixed with the Europeans. Right. So that means the Europeans would have had to be in existence already.
Exactly. Let me go
slower.
So
where did it come from? If it wasn't through the albinoid.
Let me go slower.
Right.
Because you're trying to fire questions, bruv.
No,
we both have two origins, two separate origins, yeah? Because they start talking about evolution. You got two separate origins. You got the African and you got the European. The European left Africa before it was time. So they didn't develop color. They didn't develop the use of producing color, which comes from the pineal gland. They didn't develop ether for hair. So they got this long, straight hair that has like, all, you know what I mean? You can see it's different. We got selenium. Black people have selenium in our blood. So by the time the Europeans left, he's gone up into the mountains, the cold regions, where he can survive. Because when you don't have color, right, and I'll tell you this, when you can't produce serotonin, yeah, you got melatonin and serotonin. Melatonin in the daytime for black people keeps you mellow. The melatonin is for the evening. Serotonin is for the daytime. Serotonin makes you serious. So we have an organism in our bodies, in front of our skull, that is like a separate brain.
We all produce color, by the way.
No, we don't all produce color. That's what I'm trying to tell you about the albinoid, bruv.
Color doesn't make you special. Go ahead, bro.
Well, it means that you can fuck with the sun and not get cancer.
And loads of white people live in
You said that in the last episode, but I'm trying to show you that they have to use a certain medicated cream to be in the sun. It's a fact.
No, they don't.
White people cannot just walk out into the sun.
Australia's a hot country. Loads of white people live there. They're fine.
Like I said, my bro, they live on creams. No, they cannot just walk out into the sun because there's something about the sun's rays, or should I say Ra's. Yeah? Amen, Ra.
All right, so how did white people come about then?
Jesus Christ, I'm going to go one more time.
One more time. Last time for your boy.
You got two origins from Africa. So white people come from Africa.
Okay, white people come from Africa.
Yes.
You got two origins.
Two origins.
Who created white people?
The creator created everything.
Okay, so the creator
white people
created white
people.
you
got to let me finish, man. You're asking too much questions.
My bad.
You got two origins, people.
Right.
African, European. We're in Africa and we're developing.
Yeah.
So maybe that has got to do with evolution. Who knows? But the white
evolution
people left early. So they didn't develop full time. They didn't develop the life-changing chemical called melanin. Once you have melanin, when you get a cut on your hand, it jumps up and forms a scab to save you. Whether you're white or black, you will see a ginger man with a brown scab on his hand. That brownness is melanin. So what I'm trying to show you is, when he's saying to me, where do white people come from? Where do white people come from? What's their origins? I don't know the exact mutation, but I'm saying to you that there was a mutation in Africa that meant that these pale things came out. And it was abnormal to the rest of the people. The people were like, rah, what the fuck? Go and put albino alligator in with the other alligators. Everything on the planet is melanated.
Salute to my albinos, by the way.
Yeah? Everything on the planet is, I'm not disrespecting them. Anything on the planet is melanated. So when you see an alligator that's green or like dark green, that's his melanin. When you see the elephant, like dark grey, that's his melanin. Everything has a certain level of melanin apart from the European. Everything enjoys the sun. The sun gives us light, life, and energy.
Since I'm the one who's trying to understand it, because I asked you a question. So what you're basically saying is that the white people left Africa too early.
Way too early.
Way too early.
Way too early.
So
they didn't develop.
So they didn't get to become black.
Yeah, so they are a mutation. Because they left too early, they didn't, like I said, if you don't have, why are you...
So they didn't mutate into black.
Is my point.
So you're
they just stayed how they were.
Yo, bro.
They could, if they stayed in Africa, They would have at least developed melanin.
On, at least let me question.
Go on.
Listen.
How you gonna be under the sun without melanin?
Because what you're basically saying is that white people left Africa too early. So
way too early.
Your creator, which I don't believe, by the way, I'm a Christian. God created all human beings in His image. All right. Your creator, pagan, by the way. Your creator created two different races, blacks and whites.
No.
Yep. Okay. All right. In that case, if the white people left too early, then that means they didn't mutate into black. So that means the black people. So that means your creator created all white people at first.
No. My creator created
because
only the Africans.
Let me just finish. Because obviously some must have what you'd consider black people. They must have stayed on. They stayed in Africa and they remained there, so therefore they developed full time. Exactly. So if the white people left too early, left Africa too early, then that means they didn't mutate into black, which to me logically
not mutate into black, but they didn't develop melanin. Bro, we live in a solar system. So how you in a solar system? But according
to you, isn't developing melanin what makes you black? No.
First of all, black is a color that tells you how you look, doesn't tell you who you are, where you're from. What I'm trying to say to you is more biological. I'm saying to you, if you got some white people, like when you look at the Italians or some of the Greeks, they're very brown. And that shows you they have a certain level of melanin that's over 2%. Because all Europeans are born with a calcified pineal gland, which means it's encased in calcium. So they can't produce color. So instead of producing color, they would have to go to a suntan parlor and sit under a bed of UV light in a protected way. That's how they can live in places like Africa and Australia. You're going like, say, white people are just in these hot countries without using these chemicals. They have to use, at some point, they will have to rub their body with this chemical or spray themselves with this chemical because the sun will work on your skin, even when the sun's gone down.
Say that and let's switch it up because I think I made my point. But yeah, listen, guys. What I believe in is that God created all human beings in His image, and yeah, we are all equal in dignity.
So why are some of us white and some of us black?
Color does not define who you are. It's beautiful that we are all different colors. We all have different skin tones. It's absolutely beautiful, and God created all human beings in His image. And because of our sinful nature, we are capable of evil, and we are also capable of good. So it's best to follow God so that we can do good rather than evil. But yeah, your skin tone, your color does not make you more special than another human being. And if you think that, you are no better than Hitler himself. Hold on, wait.
Thank you.
And if you think that, you don't believe in God. And if you think that you are no better than Hitler or any other empire or ideology.
What, you think you're better than another race?
Hold on a second. Or any other empire that believes in an ideology that states that they are superior to another group of people due to race.
The White House.
Hold on, bro. Let me finish.
The Great White.
Come on, bro. Let me finish, man. Let me finish. Yeah. So Hitler believed he was superior.
Stop telling all these white lies,
in terms of race, he actually believed he was racially superior. So what I'm saying, this is a sin.
I'm gonna end it after this,
bro. Please, yo, fam. This is a temptation that human beings have. Human beings want to be superior to other people, and this is, to me, it all comes down to sin, to a sinful nature. That's how we are, We're always trying to be better than the other person, and sometimes it can manifest itself in racial superiority, and that's exactly.
You mean what the Europeans done for 400 years?
That's exactly. It doesn't make the Europeans better for doing that. It makes them wrong.
They're doing it anyway.
And if a black person does,
when does niggas do it?
If a black person does it, he's just as equally wrong. If an Indian person does it, they just as equally wrong. If a Chinese person does it,
can I ask
they
a question,
just as equally wrong. Hold on, let me finish.
I can ask you this now. We've got short time, bro.
If they do it, regardless of what race you are, if you think you are racially superior to another race, you are wrong.
Pause. He said, if you think you're racially superior, you're wrong. It's just like all this shit about racial superiority and all this bullshit.
People want to be superior to other people.
Right. So my question earlier to him, which he couldn't answer, was show me a time when Africans have enslaved people, millions of people, including children, for 4 centuries. You won't find that. Because Africans ain't got that in our spirit.
Africans been enslaving each other.
Anyway. Have Africans dropped 2 atomic bombs?
We've been through this already, bro.
Africans, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say this. And I'm going to play him the disequilibrium of the CD4 locus, yeah? Which is basically from biology, which if you're not a biologist, you wouldn't be able to understand it.
We're still on the same topic.
Hold on.
I thought I was going to switch it up.
So, I'm going to end by saying this about my people. I love black people. I love my culture. I love how we dress, how we walk, how we talk, everything about us. If we left this country, England would be fucking barren. If the Indians left this country, it would be barren. It would go back to what it was before we got here. Let me tell you that. There'd just be a bunch of fucking no spice in their food having... Let me stop. But, let me say this. No African nation has ever dropped 2 atomic bombs in one day on an innocent people like the Chinese. Because back then the Chinese weren't shit. And America knew that. Yeah. And Truman said, I'll give you 5 seconds.
Yeah, human beings can be...
And they did surrender, and he still dropped the bomb. He went back and reloaded in California to get the second bomb, which is a baby bomb to the atomic bomb, and dropped that on Nagasaki.
Yeah, human beings can be evil, guys.
No, that's not human beings. That's white people. Stop chatting about human beings, bruv.
Human beings.
That's white men.
No, it's not.
It's all white men. Shall I bring up the video now? When they're in the plane about to drop the bomb?
Yeah, white people are just
You've never seen Africans
white
do that.
people are just as capable of evil as any other race, bro.
I'm getting ready to hurt your feelings right now. I'm finna tell you the truth. Nobody has been as evil as the white European man. Nobody. Honest, let me finish.
I disagree.
You're supposed to disagree.
No, it's not because of what you think. Bro, that doesn't hurt me, bro.
No race has done on this earth what the white race has done. Show me another race that's gone into the sky, into space, and fucked up the ozone layer. They're even fucking up the things that they need to survive. Because they're not in tune with that shit. Let me talk. I'm just going to talk. Whoever hates me after this, hates me after this. If you know me on the roads or whatever, you know I'm not a racist, but I'm just going to say what I'm saying. Yeah? Black people are not that savage. We've never been that savage. That's a savage mind state. To eat a human being because you don't like him. To remove his scrotum. To hang and burn me in front of my children. And bring your children to watch it. What type of fucking human is that, bro? What type of fucking human is that? I know what type of humans Africans are. We're tribal. Yeah, we're tribalistic. We have several wives. We have multiple wives. Our food is spicy. Our drums are loud. And we educated the entire planet. But let me just shut this fucking thing down. Okay, see me? When it comes to studying my people, I don't take no days off. Every single day I'm alive, I'm studying the African, because there's so much to discover. This is Dr. Andrew telling you about the African DNA series, when they tested all the animals. It's a 2-minute video. And then I'm done saying what I have to say, you know.
Again.
Just watch.
The distance from here to a star.
This is long, bro.
No?
For instance...
Because you have to get to the core.
Go ahead.
Yeah?
After this, we'll switch it up.
Yeah.
That different groups of people had different numbers of DNA series.
Professor Andrew.
Now, a DNA series means that when your DNA is located and say they get a hair from your head and they subject it to certain tests, they say, well, this is the DNA of Minister Brown.
Just listen, people,
and yours
please.
is different from everybody else in the world. All right? Then they found further that not only are there
Dr.
DNA
Edward,
series different,
Dr. Edward W. Robinson. Sorry, my bad. I thought it was Dr. Andrew.
in there are different in different
They
groups.
done the research already.
Whites
They know who we are.
have a different number of DNA, and blacks have a different number of DNA series.
Pause. Why is that?
Apes have a different.
Your God telling you that this white man is your brother. And my white friends are my brothers. But the DNA
of DNA series
is telling you something different, people. Listen. Listen to this.
That the greater the number
Of DNA series, listen. The greater,
the smarter
the more chance of genius.
the group is.
All right, watch
the
this.
greater the probability of genius within that group.
Listen.
So they tested the orangutan.
You listening?
15 geneticists from around the world.
Yeah, from everywhere.
That
Listen.
Now, these geneticists came from 9 different universities.
This is not a fucking joke.
And we have
the American government's got this shit.
On the cover of the pamphlet they put out.
Listen to the word. This is the name of it.
The names
global
of these geneticists.
Patterns of linkage.
And you can see them right there.
This equilibrium at the CD4 locus of human genetics.
Bro, we can't hear it, bro.
Of this pamphlet. Now, this pamphlet, most people have no idea what it means. 9.
See, listen.
9 DNA series.
That's how much the African has.
Here, just below the Songhai Empire,
yeah, Songhai,
down to the foot.
That's Japan.
All those 10 nations.
That's the Sinai Peninsula. That's Japan.
Americans descended from one of them.
Listen to the truth.
We have 9 DNA series.
Yeah, nigga.
The greatest possibility of genius.
Now listen.
In our group. Now, it's answered this age-old question.
Listen.
How can a people survive being told they're nothing for 400 years?
400?
Never allowed to learn that they came from beautiful cities.
Oh, my God.
And told they came from a jungle. How could a people survive?
There's no argument to this.
How can a people become champions
and geniuses
they touch? Because they have 9 DNA.
They jump higher, run faster.
The rest of the world has only 6.
6! 666, nigga!
That's why they copyrighted this.
All right, let's go. It's almost done.
Outside of this, now this map.
It's almost done.
I took this map right from this.
Because I want you lot to hear the real truth today. Not foolishness. Why have I got 10 DNA series and you only got 6?
Hold on, let him finish, bro.
I can't let you have this book because it's copyrighted.
Why did God do that, huh?
The title of the book is called Global Patterns of Linkage.
The CD4 locus.
This equilibrium at the CD4 locus and modern human origins.
That's genetic language. Did you hear what you just said?
Global patterns.
You don't even know what he's talking about.
Equilibrium at the CD4 locus and modern.
This is the level I train at.
Now you have to be a geneticist to even know what they're talking about.
Well, I'm not a geneticist, but I know what it means.
When we broke it down and interviewed Dr. Kidd.
Dr. Kidd.
The head, he's the chairman at Yale University.
You hear where he's at? Yale University.
Broke it down into plain, everyday English so that the world would know that the African American,
the African, go on,
is descended from those people.
Go ahead.
Who gave to the world the Great Pyramid.
Okay, who else?
Gave to the world science.
What else?
Gave to the world mathematics.
What else?
A black man named Amos gave algebra to the world 3,700 years.
Amos, they changed his name to Moses in the Bible.
All right, we done? How long, bro?
It's in the world books. It's in the encyclopedias. They don't want our children to know this. Because then that would make the playing field level for white children.
That's right. It's a fact.
And you know what happened when they made the playing field level in basketball and allowed black men to play. Out of 29 of the top seeded players in the world today, 28 are African American. When they opened up the Penn relays, when they opened up the Olympics and allowed blacks to run back in 1932, we've won all the gold medals. And the same thing will happen in the classroom.
If they let us free and take their fucking knees off our necks.
That's what this is saying.
Wait, this is the last bit.
Dr. Robinson.
This is the last bit. I ain't gonna take too much time. This is the last bit.
Well, this is taking time, bro.
All right, so. Hold on.
I am saying that we are descended from the West Africans. Who have 9 DNA series.
No one else on the earth has that but us.
That these geneticists, you see the green down there? Well, that's where we're
60 seconds, I'm done.
That's where African Americans are from.
Did they test African Americans?
They couldn't. They tested Americans as a group, whites.
We're niggas. They know what niggas is.
And they have 6. They didn't test African Americans because they know that we are the same people from West Africa.
So they didn't have to?
Didn't have to.
Okay, that's true.
That's true.
How is it that you think
All right.
All right, so pause that because going into the long thing.
Let me just reply to that quickly.
Go ahead.
I did obviously. Listen, I'm gonna.
How you explaining that?
I'm gonna research more on this topic.
Yes, please,
of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I just did I did a quick research.
On what
just
platform?
Just now. Yes. So I basically typed, "Do all humans have the same DNA series?"
Is that Wikipedia?
Yeah. It's
Okay. No, go on. I was just checking the site.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Stop
What does it say?
interrupting me, bro. I know what you're doing.
What does it say?
Okay. The human genome is mostly the same in all people, but there are variations across the genome. This genetic variation accounts for about 0.001% of each person's DNA and contributes to differences in appearances and health. People who are closer related have more similar DNA.
That's got nothing to do with niggas and white people.
It's chatting breeze.
That's got nothing. That's just to do with relatives.
guy's
I'm
chatting
showing you
breeze.
something biological. Let me just finish on saying this, yeah? Oct is a man. He's like me. He's willing to learn, innit? Yeah.
Of course I am.
So that's
I'm
what
gonna
makes.
do a lot of research
yeah,
on
but
that.
that's what makes this conversation not ignorant. We are not ignorant people. I'm not on here saying that black people are better than white people. I've not. That's why would.
That's what you said. Bro.
No, I'm not a racist.
I've never called you racist.
No, but to say that it would be racist.
No.
If you're saying that one race is more superior than the other, it's racist.
I know you're not racist. I just believe that
know.
the ideology that influences your way of thinking is racist.
So-
that don't make you racist. There's
exactly.
nothing racist about you, bro.
All right, but let me shut that down. What I'm saying, exactly, bro, there's nothing racist about you. But if we don't have an understanding about somebody, we're going to be slightly racist towards them.
But I think
because of the way we're trained in this country.
Hold on, I think everyone's racist a little bit.
But I don't need to be because I've got 10 DNA strands. So let me show you what that means, yeah?
Trying to say.
What that means
trying
is...
to say?
What that you got it as well.
Really?
Yeah.
What about my white side?
Like I said, bro, you have a percentage of white if you're mixed race. Because I don't believe in mixed race.
I love it.
Black
it.
is dominant. And I've just proven to you it's dominant.
There you go.
So if I descend from the people
Best of both worlds,
who were the
baby.
first, if I descend from the pyramid
Boy's about
builders,
to come out.
I descend from pyramid
Don't
builders and the
expose
first,
yourself,
and
bro.
the first mathematics and the first scientists. But what I'm really trying to say with that shit is
bro.
that it's not about excluding white people from this race and from this lane. I love all humans, but I love the truth more. I've been studying these things.
Me too.
I've been studying Dr. Robertson for about 15, 20 years. And I'm telling you, the DNA of the African, why would we be the first scientists? Why would the first brain surgeon, Imhotep, why would that exist? If this God of this book was chatting truth, then everybody would do that. But it's not. It's a lie. When you look at the Europeans' history, he would put, like with Edison, like I said last week about the light bulb, or week before, about the light bulb, yeah? Why was there a time when black scientists, which I've got the book of, they were inventing everything, but the white people of that time, the racists, because it was a Jim Crow era. They called it Jim Crow. So white people owned basically everything how it is now. It's Jim Crow era now. So if I, as a black man, was going to go and invent a light bulb, because Edison did invent the casing of the light bulb, but the African Louis Latimer, he invented the filament. And that example is exactly the way I see the world today. They take from black people everything we have, our dances, our slang, wagwan blood, we say in B. They got it in big mainstream programs now, in Sex and the City and all that shit. Not Sex and the City.
Sex and the City.
No, that's old. There's one new thing on where you see them spudding man and that. Only we used to do that shit. That's African. Dancing is African. Drums are African. Music is African. The feeling from music is African. So they take our fashion, they take our clothes, the way we walk, talk, dress, mannerisms, everything, but they don't want us. You see it? So he tried to make the glass, like to say, I can make a light bulb work without a filament, but he flopped. So because Louis Latimer was his assistant, he helped him to do it. Guess what he done? He didn't give Louis Latimer no credit. So half the shit you're using out here, people, are invented by Africans. Half the cities you live in, cities are nothing more than energy centers that the African would use for certain things in meditation. This is a fact.
I need to research more on this. So
Yeah, real talk, bro.
I can't even comment on what
Real
he's
talk,
saying
nah, for real.
right now because I need
For
to
real.
research.
And
I don't talk out of ignorance. So,
Bro, I respect that highly, bro.
come on, bro.
Bro, that fam. Because some man would go, oh no, yeah. But for a man to say, nah, I need to really research this, because bro, there is shit about your biology you don't understand, B. This is why I say to you people, I don't believe in mixed race. I've just played for you the CD4 disequilibrium of human genetics, and they are telling you that Africans are the only people to have this God gene. So why are you hating me? You keep me out.
God gene.
The God gene. Melanin. Melanin is the God particle. They're going in space to find the God particle. I can show you the news report. It's the God particle, and I'll tell you why I call it this
racial superiority nonsense.
It's not racial superiority. Bro, if you're insecure about being white...
God gene.
If you're insecure about being white, that's what makes you go...
I love my white side where I love my black side.
Let me say this. If you're insecure...
I'm a human being first and foremost.
No,
I'm not a skin tone and I'm not a color.
Exactly.
I'm a human being first and foremost.
So if you're white and you're putting on browns...
I do come from, you know, if you look at my race, I do come from black people and I do come from white people.
Facts.
But let me tell you something. I'm a human being.
Yeah, but we're talking about genetics.
Regardless of what race I am, regardless of what skin tone I am,
you're black.
I'm a human being created in the image of God. Yeah,
God
I'm not.
created in the image of God.
I'm not.
Ain't got a spirit.
Hold on, I'm not superior to you because of my race. I'm not superior to you because of my skin tone. I'm not superior to you because of I'm not better than you.
Hold on.
I'm nothing special.
You see, man, like him. I will say out what I'm saying, not to insult nobody, but because he's hearing it in a way like, rah. Bro, well, hold on. If you've got that and I haven't, that makes you superior to me. Remember, I've not mentioned who's superior, you know. He's the one saying, well, because you think you're superior. I've not said that. I'm just giving you the biology. This language is from professors that when you're going to buy anodine, these same professors are why you got anodine. And they're telling you, bro, white folks mutated, bro. And they were allowed to live because where they were, it was that cold that you didn't need melanin. That's the reason why a pale animal can't fuck with the sun.
Okay, bro, listen.
But I can.
Bro.
Without no cream.
Hold on, before we finish.
Just because of this?
Hold on, before we finish,
Come on, man.
I just need to address this.
Go ahead, bro.
And people need to
We've got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, people need to understand this, yeah?
Okay,
seriously.
You better end this good, bro.
Listen. They teach evolution, yeah? The theory of evolution, Darwinism, they teach that in schools, yeah? Even though this is a theory, even though this is a lie, they teach this in schools, yeah? Just because professors are telling you something, it doesn't mean that it's the truth. You have to find out whether or not what they are saying passes the scientific method. No, the scientific method. We have something called a scientific method, yeah? And we use a scientific method in order to establish whether something is true or false. All right. So what I'm basically saying is they teach in schools. They teach that evolution, is a fact, is real.
It is a fact.
So just because a professor is saying something, it doesn't mean
evolution is a fact.
Let me finish.
Darwinism isn't.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Just because they are teaching this at schools, just because a professor is saying it, it doesn't mean that it's the truth or it's a fact.
Does the Bible work the same way?
Because
does the Bible work on the same principle?
No. Because the Bible is not a scientific book. So the Bible deals with revelation. Okay, you can choose to accept the revelation or not. But just because a professor says something, what I would suggest you do is do your research and find out whether what this professor is saying.
Can I take the last 2 minutes?
The truth.
Last 2
or
minutes.
not?
All right, watch this. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Watch this. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Last 2 minutes of the show. I ain't even gonna say a word. I'm gonna let my ancestor talk for me. Cause I'm tired of talking.
You're leaving the mother's womb too early. Never develop to the same height that a baby that runs a full term.
Listen to why they're in the condition they're in, bro.
White folks in the China, all mankind arose in Africa. All mankind.
Australopithecus. It looked like a monkey.
Arose in this.
So they said it was an ape. Yeah. That's how dumb the early Christians.
The womb of Africa.
Keep talking.
That's the womb of Africa over here. Right there.
Yeah? They didn't develop. No, it's a fact in biological human molecular science. It's a fact.
Kenya.
Munmotapa.
Yeah, that area.
That area. Munmotapa.
All mankind arose.
Or Munmotapa.
The great-granddaddies of white folks, great-granddaddies of Chinese, great-granddaddies of Japanese, our great-granddaddies, all of us look the same. All look like apes.
We weren't apes, though.
That was
who were early humans that looked like apes, that weren't apes.
Called
It's a fact.
Australopithecus.
Australopithecus.
I don't know
It's a
how
fact.
technically you want me to get.
It's a fact in all science.
Australopithecus was the granddaddy, great-great-granddaddy of all races.
Keep going.
Now, they left the womb 800,000 years ago. Whites left the womb and wandered up into Europe, and the Chinese wandered over into Asia.
Blacks?
And they left the womb before they were fully developed. That's why they did not develop melanin like we did. Those of us who stayed developed full term.
It's a fact, bro.
They never developed the melanin.
Watch how I end it.
Hormone. This is why we're the only race on the planet that does not have head lice in our hair.
Head lice.
Head lice. They're little bugs.
Yes.
In your hair.
Yeah.
You got rockets in space.
Bullshit.
The only race on the planet
That's a
because
lie, man.
we developed full term.
It's a fact, bro.
We lost our straight hair, that animal hair, over 150,000 years ago.
There you go. Done.
You see.
This professor
All
writes
other
books for other professors.
have
From
head
it,
lice because they never developed
you should have stayed.
fully.
Here we go.
Melanin is this magical chemical
You hear that, brothers and sisters?
that is developed on the 5th layer of the epidermis of the skin. Now, we've been
Pineal
brainwashed
gland.
to believe that the less melanin you have, the prettier you are, because that's the brainwash.
Listen.
That's like saying a naked person is.
So I'm gonna leave that right there. So
Yeah, we done.
we're done.
We done.
It's another session. We were just talking about any bullshit on this session today. I ain't gonna lie, man. Close to the bone.
Close to the bone, baby.
Talk about that shit, man. Yeah. Super Dwa. Man, like,
Octavio, come on, bro. Love family every time.
till next week.
We need to be having these discussions often, bro.
We have to do it, man.
Come on, man.